how this genetic data can be used to counter this whole argument of Aryan invasion?
So, genetics is not an independent line of evidence. That's the first thing I want to say. In my talks, I give extensively give ideas about genetic methodology. Genetic methodology believes that each of us carry in our DNA mutations of all our ancestors on the maternal side and paternal side. So the idea is that if I take a sufficiently large number of genetic samples, maybe by looking at the mutations different people have, I can try to classify who are the different people. So that is one idea that genetics can probably offer. But then the idea is also extended to migrations, ancient migrations, and how people moved from one part of the world to the other. And I have problems with that methodology. So genetics makes use of saliva swabs. It tries to get all the genetic data out of a person, the genome of a person, by sequencing and other such things. Then it goes through a process of a bioinformatician who writes the models for, if I say, for example, that we are mixed with the Central Asian DNA, there has to be a mathematical model for that. So the bioinformatician, who is a statistician, he will try to say, okay, this is the model of Central Asia, this is the model of Indians at that time. They mixed in some percentage and so many generations are there. And today's Indians have got the current measurements of DNA because such a mixing happened in the past. So they might have some ancient samples from Harappa. They might have some ancient samples from Central Asia. They'll take those DNA samples. They'll have some estimates in their mathematical models and they'll try to do this. Unfortunately, this is a deeply mathematical exercise which is not known to the common person. A specialist would be able to go and critique many things in the mathematical models, starting with the model itself, going on to the algorithms that they use, going on to initialization, going on to the assumptions that they build into this. There are deep problems over there. The bottom line is, when the results come from genetics, it is not an absolute measure with high degree of confidence. Rather, one must take those claims very, very narrowly because they are restricted in their applicability. The situation is like this, sir. Today we are in a certain central place in Hyderabad. And if I say I want to go to Google Map and say I want to go from here, central Hyderabad, I want to go to the airport. Google Map will say you can go by that route, you can go by this route, you can go by this route, this will take 20 minutes more, there's an accident on this road, that will take 1 hour less, different routes it will give. All three roads will take you there. But the question is, which road are you going by? So you might choose one road. Just because you chose that road does not make it correct.
Doesn't make it the right route.
Correct. So this is the problem over here also. So over here, they choose constraints to fit the linguistic model. Linguistic model gives them a time boundary for the mixing. Linguistic model says 1500 BCE. So they will assume about so many generations. If 50 years is one generation, they'll take about so many generations from there to here, 40 generations, 50 generations, and so on. And they'll try to fit their models to that. So it will converge to that model because you assume that. Just because it converges does not give you proof of Aryan invasion or any such thing. So this is my problem with the genetic model. It is not an absolute science. It's a relative science which claims should be taken very, very narrowly.
మా వేకప్ ఇండియా .tv లేటెస్ట్ అప్డేట్స్ ముందుగా మీకు రావాలనుకుంటే సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. అలాగే పక్కనున్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ ను క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఆల్, పర్సనలైజ్డ్, నన్ అనే ఆప్షన్స్ వస్తాయి. అందులో ఆల్ అనే ఆప్షన్ పై క్లిక్ చేయండి.